Hello, it's Diane, darling, and you may have had on your to-do list for a while to update your LinkedIn. And now that you may have a little bit of time at home or away from meetings, this is a chance for you to do that. So I'm going to walk through and show you some tips and ways that you can update your LinkedIn profile. The first thing I'm going to do now is to walk you through how I read a LinkedIn profile when I get sent one. And then I will go into more detail later on in separate videos about what things you can actually do to enhance your profile. So the example I'm going to use is the CEO of LinkedIn. So I will move myself into the corner and we will then continue. All right, so the first thing I look for on a LinkedIn profile is a photograph. Who am I going to be speaking with? Either online, in person, or on the phone. Just handy to know who that person is. It makes it more personal, so you do want to have a photograph of yourself on your LinkedIn profile. The next thing you'll see here, Jeff has the background picture. So obviously he works at LinkedIn, so that is what his background picture is. It could be mountains, it could be ocean, it could be anything that you find is important to you. I actually update mine every so often, so that may be something you're going to want to take a look at as well. The next thing you're going to want to do is the highlights that will pull from your connections and some of the other things you do. I actually skipped over something important. You want to have your name, you want to have your title and where you work. I've noticed sometimes people don't have their city, they'll have United States. You know, you can have that, but I would go ahead and put actually where you are located. And we'll talk about titles in a little bit. Some people get a little creative on the title side. About, this is the most important thing. This is what I would call above the fold area. So you're going to want to describe yourself and what you do at the company. It used to be written in the third person. Now people are writing it a little bit more personally in the first person. So that is what I would do there. The next is articles and activities. If you post or you write on LinkedIn, that is in some cases for a more sophisticated or advanced user of LinkedIn, but this is where all of that will show up. Next is your experience, and this is, if you will, the resume part of your LinkedIn profile. So here you're going to want to list where you have worked in the past and some of the accomplishments. We'll go over that in detail later on. But this is a high level of some of the things that you've done in those locations. Your education will be here, pretty straight and simple. Skills and endorsements, that's another area. Recommendations is a really important area. I will talk about that more in detail later on. Why you want to have recommendations and how you want to get them. And here's some interest. Jeff's profile does not have languages or volunteer work. And if you have that, you may want to add that. All right, I hope that's been helpful, and we'll continue.